Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the FMB Podcast, where we discuss about finance, we discuss about money, and we discuss about business. So, if you're an entrepreneur or you're a business person, or you just want to learn more about finances, this is the right channel you need to stick to. So, if you are new to my channel or you are seeing my face for the very first time, kindly like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, guys.
FMB Podcast. Everything finance, money, and business.
Channel, guys. Okay, so this is my very first episode, and today we are discussing a very interesting topic that has been trending for a week now, which is we'll be talking about CBEX investment. I'm sure you will have heard about CBEX, from any social media platform, or you might even be one of the victims of CBEX investment. So today we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic and very important if you are looking for a way of making money online, or you're a victim of all these investment platform, right? So today we'll be talking about, I will do a breakdown of CBEX, what it's all about, and how do they lure people into this kind of investment, and what are the lessons to be learned from this scam, right? So that you are not a victim of another scam. Because I'm very sure that if there is another platform tomorrow, even named CBEX, I'm sure there will be some people that will still invest. I don't know why. So that's why this video is very important. To sensitize the people, to teach you, to let you know what investment is really, what it really means to invest in crypto. All right. And lastly, I'm going to talk about how to properly invest in crypto or forex. All right. So I'm going to teach you how to properly invest in crypto or forex. So it is very important to watch this video to the end.
FMB Podcast. Everything finance, money, and business.
Okay, welcome back, guys. So if you are still watching me till this moment, I believe you will have subscribed to this YouTube channel, and make sure you drop a comment so that I know you are still with me. All right, so let's get into the video. I'm sure you'll have probably heard about CBEX investment. It has been trending. You see it on Twitter, you see it on TikTok, you see it on Facebook, everywhere, and it has put a lot of Nigeria into critical situations. Some people invested their school fees, some people invested money meant for their wedding, some people even sold their property to invest in all this scam. And I'm wondering why MMM has taught some people lessons. There's other, forex investment has done its own, and now we are experiencing crypto investment scam, right? So that's why I'm doing this episode, to teach people what what are these people saying to people to lure them into investing with them, and how can you properly invest in crypto or in forex, right? So the very first thing I'll be discussing here is CBEX breakdown. Right, so explain what CBEX claim to be and how it lured investment. All right, so CBEX is like the design of their website is like a crypto trading platform, right? So they tell you that you are trading crypto. So when you deposit your money, you trade crypto, and after 30 days, you make 100% of your money back, right? So I believe that's the way they lure people. So they tell you if you deposit $5,000, you get $5,000 after 30 days. And in the real sense of it, that should be the very first red flag for people. If you are very conversant with the financial system, if there is anybody that is promising you 100% of your investment, you should sit back and think about it. Is this really real for you to make 100% just in 30 days? All right. So I'm going to give you more details, as we continue in the conversation. But then, so this is how they lure people, right? They tell you they are trading crypto for you, and after 30 days, you make 100% of your money. So which sounds so juicy. If you need money, put in $10,000, you get $20,000 after 30 days. Mm. So what are the red flags? So they promise you 100% return, guys. 100% return. That is too outrageous. So, and that should be one of the red flags that you watch out to. So, if there's any investment platform, any trader out there that's telling you that you make on, I even know some forex traders that tell you that you make 100% of your investment in 7 days. There's nothing like that. Anybody, any trader, any investment platform that is promising you 100% investment, or in fact, for the fact that they even specify the return you are going to get, is a red flag. All right, I'm going to also speak about that later on. And they lack transparency. Just imagine in the case of CBEX, the CEO is unknown, so they are faceless. And I wonder why people are investing in a business that is faceless. You don't know the owner of the business. So they lack transparency. Just watch out. Any investment platform, any trader, anybody that is promising you a very huge return, and you don't know this person, they don't have an office, they are not registered, they are those are the red flags that you need to watch out to. And they lack regulatory body, regulatory backing. Just like I mentioned, they are not registered with the right Security Exchange Commission or any other regulatory body in any country which this investment platform are operating. And they offer referral style payout. So they tell you, bring in people and you get commission. Invite your friend and you get maybe plus 2% of what your friend are making. You don't need to to bring more pain to more people just because you want to get 2% or 1% plus from their home money. So if there's any investment platform that is telling you that bring people, you will make money from the money that your friend is making, it might be a scam. All right. So, and again, you see a lot of people sharing testimony, and I think that is one of the biggest way they lure people. You see all those flashy lifestyle. You see the luxury cars they drive on Instagram and all of those stuff. They use it to lure people, and then they make money from them, right? So, and the most important thing is that at the end of the day, there's going to be a financial loss, right? So just an example, I was speaking to a friend, I think January, when I saw him posted about this CBEX investment, and I told him to his face that this is a scam. Why are you doing it? And he said it is still a working scam. So the fact is that there are some of them that know and they are sure that this is a scam, but they are still invested. They are still investing in it. Okay, so it's like they believe that maybe at some point they will just cash out and they will run with their profit. And I'm sure even while some people are still lamenting and complaining about it, but there are some people that have invested maybe $10,000, take out their $20,000, and they never put any other fund into the CBEX account again. While there are people that they'll keep investing, and at the end of the day, they will have compiled maybe like turn their $500 to $3,000, and they will lost all. So those are the people that are cried the most. Right. So for the second part, what are the lessons from the scam? So what are the things that you're expected to learn from this scam? Like I mentioned earlier, that if there's another platform, that opens today and it's still named after CBEX investment, there are people that are still going to invest. I think, in the case of CBEX, for instance, they said if you have $2,000 and above, you deposit $200 to reclaim your fund. And if you have less than 1,000, you deposit $100, to reclaim your fund. And there are people that are still paying that money. That is the second format. That's the another way of making extra money from the main scam. All right. So what so these are the things you need to look out for. So what are the lessons to learn? The it will happen again. Okay, so make sure that what all the points that I've listed about how they lure the investment, the red flag that you need to look out to, they promise you outrageous return, they lack transparency, they don't have any regulatory body, and they use referral. They tell you to bring in your friend and you get 2% of what your friend is making. If you see something like that, run for your life. And another thing that you need to do is to conduct your due diligence. Make sure you do proper research. For instance, I think last year, October, a friend messaged me. That was the first time I heard about CBEX. I've heard about CBEX, which is the real China exchange. So when he told me that there is one investment in Nigeria called CBEX, that I should help him to make research about it and let him know. So the only research I made was just to go to Netherlands and then search CBEX investment, and I saw a whole lot of things. So there was a guy that did the breakdown of their website. So the guy pointed out that they tried to copy the real CBEX exchange. They said they have been operating from so years, whereas their website was the domain was registered maybe in 2023 or 2024, which is another red flag. So if you have done such due diligence, just try to, in fact, when it comes to knowing about scam, just go to Netherlands, just type the name. You will see a lot of people that have done, you know, a series of research about it, and they will give their feedback. Then you will know. Even that's if you are lazy to conduct a very deep research about the company. Just go to Netherlands, put the name of the company, then you will see, you will learn a lot. So another lesson you need to learn from this scam is to try to conduct your due diligence before you put your money in any platform or to anybody at all. Now, the next thing we'll be discussing is how to properly invest in crypto. Now, I guess there are some of you that this is the part that you have been waiting for. How do you properly invest in crypto or invest in forex? All right. So I'm going to tell you that there are two ways, all right, to make money from crypto. That are simple, and you don't need to give your money to anybody. The first way is investing in crypto. So if you are investing in crypto, it's like investing in shares, right? So you can buy Bitcoin, for instance, and keep it in any day you wish to withdraw your fund. It's just like a Chinese proverb that said the best time to invest is 20 years ago. The next best time to invest is today, right? So you can see now, for instance, the prices of Bitcoin has already dropped significantly. I don't know the current price right now. So if and there's probability that the market might still go back to 100,000 plus. I think it should be around 30, 70, something or 80 something. So you can buy, even if that $5,000 you put in CBEX, you can use it to buy Bitcoin, right? And keep it. It's investment. Okay. You can decide to keep it for a year. You can decide to keep it for 20 years. Just imagine that you bought Bitcoin 3 or 5 years ago and you kept it. Just imagine the amount of return you will have made, and that's crypto investment. You see all these our fathers and our grandfathers, that invested in shares back then. They are making so much return from their investment then, because they believe in the company, and they put their money and they left it. Some are invested in for like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, right? And they are now, you know withdraw the money they've invested 30 years ago, and that is investment. So you can approach Bitcoin or the crypto market the same way. There are some people that they invest in new coin, right? If there is any new coin coming into the market and they've done their due diligence, done their research about the coin, they just buy the coin and then leave it until maybe after 3 years. Some people believe that Bitcoin has already moved. Okay, so now they are investing in other projects that they also that are promising, right? And one thing you must know, or one thing you must have at the back of your mind when you are dealing with the financial market, is that there is risk, there is return, right? And the higher the risk, the higher the return. So it's just like the case of CBEX promising you 100%. 100% is high return, so which means you are taking a very high risk. The higher the risk, the higher the return. And I will explain this way. So for instance, the current Nigerian benchmark interest rate, the MPR rate, is standing at 27.5%. That is the interest rate. So if you are investing in the treasury bill in Nigeria, I think the yield is currently 19%. That's the data I got from their metrics, 19%, which means if you buy treasury bill today, you get 19% on your investment, right? And there is CBEX that is promising you 100% in 30 days. For treasury bill, it might be 3 months, it might be 6 months, it might be a year before you get 19%. And CBEX is promising you 100%. So think about it. Where will you put your money? So you want to put your money in CBEX and get 100% instead of investing in treasury bill that will give you 19%. Yeah, so you check the natural interest rate. Any investment that is higher than what the country riskless is giving you are taking a big risk, and you have to be informed about this. These are one of the due diligence you need to conduct when you are investing in any company. If you are investing with any company, right? And the deposit rate for 3 months Nigerian interbank offered is currently at 28.35%, which is data gotten from global economic data, right? So which means if you are doing 3 months Nigerian interbank offered rate, you get a 28.35%, which is still which is less than uh, the more than the MPR rate of 27.5%. So you see that if you are investing in the Nigerian economy, everything is still within 30%. And this return, this rate of return is not something you get in 30 days. Right? So, which is, and there is another investment platform called CBEX that is promising you 100%. That is a red flag, because what they are promising you is more than what even the country can promise you. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to go into details about interest rates and all of that. And for the UK, for instance, the Bank of England base rate stands at 4.5%, which means if you are investing in the UK economy, you get 4.5%. If you are investing in Nigeria, you get about 27.5%. Okay, you can decide maybe you want to invest in UK or Nigeria, whatever. Exchange will still cut up with your money, by the way, but then that's not what I'm teaching today. So, and if you are investing with 1 year fixed rate ISA, you will get about 4.3 to 4.35%. Okay, if you are investing in the UK economy, you get 4.31 to 4.35%, right? And I'm in the UK, for instance, and and there's CBEX in Nigeria that is promising me 100%. You know, I will think, oh, let me put my money in CBEX, which is high risk. So high risk, high return. Low risk, low return. So if I put my money in this 1 year fixed rate ISA, after 1 year, I get 4.3% of my money. But I'm confident that after that 1 year, I'm going to get my money and my 4.3%. Right? But if I put my money with CBS that promise me 100%, I don't know what will happen after 30 days, guys. So that's why higher return will lead you to higher risk. If you get what I'm trying to say, just type in the comment section that you are learning something from this episode. All right. So if there's anything, put it at the back of your mind as an investor, as a business person. The higher the risk, the higher the return you will get. Okay. The lower the risk, the lower the return. All right. So let's get back to how to properly invest in crypto. So I just made mention about investing, which is you can invest in crypto, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy any other crypto you want to buy from a licensed registered exchange like Binance or Coinbase or Bybit. Just buy it and keep it. That's one way of making money. Okay. The second method is if you trade. So investing is quite easy. You don't need to know much. All you need to do is just do little due diligence. In fact, that is if you want to invest in new projects. If you want to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, for instance, you just need to buy it and just keep your money there. Okay? But if you want to be a trader, that means you make money from differences in price, right? Which means you have to learn. You have to learn because the price changes every minute, every second. So you have to learn learn the skill to know how to trade. So these are the two ways. The other third method you can make money from crypto is if you are claiming airdrop. So airdrop is if a new project is coming in, they will need people to support them or and build community, so that um, they can be popular, and they do IPO, initial public offering, just like ICO, they call it ICO, initial coin offering. In shares, they call it IPO, where they sell shares to new investor. If you want to buy more shares to your share. Just for instance, in Nigeria, I think last year, 2024, GTB was selling, Fidelity was selling, First Bank was selling shares. If I'm very sure that if you have invested that 10,000 you put into CBEX, if you have invested them in all these banks in Nigeria, you should by now you should have made about 30 to 40% because banks are doing well in Nigeria at the moment. Right. So, but most people are not really I believe the financial education in Nigeria is really, really low. And that's why I'm setting up this podcast, to enlighten people more about the opportunity we have in the financial markets, instead of falling victim of scams in Nigeria. People can actually see where they need to put their money, and they will be confident that they will get their money back. Then, even if you invest in shares and all of those stuff, it does not guarantee you that you make return, or you make a significant return. But at the end of the day, you can get your money anytime you want it. Not anytime you want, but you can get your money easily. I like, you are confident that at the end of the day, your money is safe somewhere. Right. So I will give you an instance. So there was somebody that I know that invested about 10 million. That was around 2022. Thereabout. Invested about 10 million naira into, I think, four banks in Nigeria: First Bank, Echo Bank, GTB, and one other one. I can't remember. And this was around October, November, when Dollar became the highest shareholder in First Bank, which really moved their share price up. And we invested the money around maybe October, and we withdrew the money around December. And within that 3 month space, we made about 30% or 40% on the 10 million investment. And the stockbroker removed his own brokerage of 500,000, and we're left with about maybe 3.6 or 3.4 million in just 3 months. I'm not saying it's going to be like that all the time, but after investing your money, you can call for it. I think for CBEX, if you want to withdraw your money before your due date, they will charge you 20% of your own money. Oh, and people are still putting money. If you get what I'm saying, I need you to put a comment in the comment section so that I know you are following me, right? But if you invest in shares, for instance, you can withdraw your money without, just tell your broker to help you to sell your shares, and you get your money back. If you invest in Bitcoin, you bought your Bitcoin yourself, you just need to go to the exchange, sell your Bitcoin at the current rate, and collect your money back. You are in control of your money. Any investment that makes you lose control of your money is not your investment. It's not investment. So that is another red flag you need to watch out to. So how to invest properly in crypto or in forex. So I've mentioned that you can invest in crypto, you can trade. So you can also trade forex, right? In forex, if you want to make money for forex, or you want to invest in forex, there are several ways. You can do a copy trading. I know there's a broker in Nigeria, um Octa Forex, that have copy trading embedded in their broker, right? So which is, you can conduct your due diligence there too. You check all the traders that are doing copy trading. You check the one that has a good track record, and has been trading maybe for like 2 years, and he has been withdrawing. You can see the profit and loss, whatever, and you can invest your money. Okay. And with that, if you want to withdraw your money even after 30 minutes, the only thing is that you're going to pay the trader charges. I can't remember how they do the charges again. I've done it, before. Maybe they collect 2% or 1%. Okay. So which is their charges. But you can withdraw, you're in control of your money. So you can do copy trading if you want to invest in Forex. Another way you can also do it is that you can pay for signal. I don't subscribe to it. I don't encourage buying signal for two reasons. One, you don't know what is in the mind of the person that's giving you the trader, the signal. And two, you cannot manage the trade like the person that gave you the signal. Just like if I tell you to buy the market now, you don't know what I'm telling you to buy. Okay, so you bought the market. If I close, you don't know that I've closed my own, so you still be waiting for me to tell you to close, right? So you are not independent. That's why I don't like signal. But there are some people that are comfortable buying signal from all those people that are selling signal. So you can. That's another way of investing. But what I'm saying is that you are still in control of your money. The person that's giving you signal cannot withdraw your money. You are the one that is going to withdraw your money. You are in control of your trading. If the person can even tell you to buy and you refuse to buy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's another way of making money from Forex. And the last way of making Forex is account management. That is if you get a good trader. With that too, you can conduct your due diligence. Tell the person to, okay, send me um, your portfolio. Send me how you have been trading for the past 6 months. Let me see how you have been trading for the past 1 year. And you can look at it and say, okay, I think you're a good trader. Trade for me. You agree on how you're going to share your profit. You pay the trader, and then you have your money. But you are still in control because you are the one that's going to pay the trader. So if you follow all the method I've explained to you, both in crypto and in forex, you are the one in control of your money. All right. If you have a trader, you are the one that's going to pay the trader. If you are doing signal, you are the one that's going to pay the signal provider. If you are subscribing to copy trading, you are the one that's going to pay the person that you are copying, right? You have the control, total control of your money. You can stop at any time. You can withdraw your money at any time. So I feel most people, you see all the lifestyle of crypto traders, you see all the lifestyle of forex traders on Instagram and all of those stuff. Which I know most people want to be like them. You want to drive Lamborghini. You want to you know enjoy life and all of those stuff. And it's not as easy as you see it. So it is easy for anybody to lure you into sucking your money. I can come out tomorrow and say, you know what, I can trade your $5,000 to $50,000. Everybody will be interested because I mean somebody has done it before and it's possible to do it. Do you understand? I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying what is the chances that the person can do it. For instance, when I was still actively trading, there was a time I've taken $100 account to like $5,000 account. I've taken $10,000 to $70,000 account. I've taken 5,000 to 30,000. If you check my YouTube video on Live Forex Academy, you will see some of those records are on my YouTube channel, Live Forex Academy. You can check it out. I teach people on how to trade forex, right? So it is possible, but what are the chances that if I pick up my trade again and decide to trade, I will make such money? There's no guarantee, guys. There's nothing. This week I traded and I lost about $2,000. But while I was trying to backtest, what did I do wrong this week? I made about 1,006 backtesting. So that is why I'm saying that when it comes to the financial market, there is nothing that is guaranteed. One of the red flag again is that if there is anybody that is giving you a guaranteed return, telling you don't worry, don't worry, get 30%. No, no. Sorry, I'm laughing, guys. So my point really is that there is no guaranteed return, right? If you check most of um, people that are professionals, especially that are regulated, like if you're a stockbroker or you're a financial analyst or you're an equity researcher, the professional body, the professional conduct is that you don't guarantee a return. I can do an equity research on GT Bank, for instance, and after my analysis, checking their financials and all those stuff we do, I might give a buy recommendation that I'm expecting GTB to give me about 15% upside. But does that really mean that it will go 15%? No. Those were just my own projection based on the data that I have, and that's what I think, right? And I cannot go to any investor and say, see, I'm an equity research analyst. I'm very good at this thing. I'm licensed. I'm this. I'm that. And if you buy GTB now, after 3 months, you get 15% return. No, that's wrong. That's against my professional conduct. That's not professional enough. So my point really is that anybody, any investment platform that is giving you a guaranteed return might be a red flag. So I'm going to close by saying crypto is not really a scam. Crypto is not a scam, right? Crypto is not a scam. But there are scammers in crypto, just like the case of CBEX. Okay? So if you want to build real wealth, you need to have the knowledge. You need to be patient, and you need to have the right tools. These things are very important. I have a video on it on my channel, named Live Forex Academy. You can check it out. What are the things you need to be a successful trader? So you need the knowledge, you need patience, you need the right tool. So, and one thing that you need to know is that is the reason for setting up this podcast, to teach people about finance, to let people know about money, to let people know about business. There are a lot of ways that people can scam, because people are looking for money. If I want to gain your attention now, I just need to do a video that I can make you a millionaire in 24 hours. You want to listen to me. Why? Because you need money. Okay? So that is the reason for setting up this podcast, to sensitize people about fraud that we have in the financial market, and how can you properly prepare yourself, to know what is right and what is wrong. How can you learn about the financial products that we have? How can you learn about how to make more money? How can you learn about business? And that's the essence of this podcast. So if you have learned something new in this video, kindly like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, guys. So I would really appreciate you commenting on this video, really. And it's been a long ride. Thank you for watching the video to this time. I'll see you on another episode. Cheers, guys.